Mixed Tag Show. With Jenna and Blue. Damn. Now, here's your host, Jenna and Blue Magic.
Well, of course you would know it just because you're John Cena.
No, you messed it all the way up. I wasn't even doing John Cena. I was doing the Friends when Ross was trying to swear at Rachel.
Ah, good one, buddy. Okay. Hi.
Hey, it's the Mixed Tag Show, huh?
Right. Oh, so I started off.
Yeah.
You are listening and watching the Mixed Tag Show with
Jenna and
Azul.
thank you.
¿Cómo está?
Tranquilo himself.
Tranquilo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Tranquilo himself.
Wow, you're not Mr. Tranquilo, but okay.
I am.
You're not.
You hear how I switched up when I talk?
Whatever. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Okay. I'm excited.
Why are you excited?
Because it's the start of my vacation, and you know what that means?
It means that it's SummerSlam week.
I'm super the applause, man. Come on.
Wait.
It's behind there. It's right there.
You told me to share it with you, so it's not in my reach.
Yeah, but it's not in either one of our reaches.
It worked.
There we go. SummerSlam.
Yeah.
It is in a few days. Wow, just a couple of months ago, we were talking about WrestleMania. Now,
Seems just like yesterday.
yesterday, we were coming home from NOLA, and now SummerSlam is here in New York, Brooklyn, New York to be exact.
Brooklyn.
Right?
Zoo.
Where Brooklyn at?
And all that.
Where Brooklyn at? I'm not from Brooklyn. I'm from Queens. Yo, shout out to Queens.
Shout out to Jersey.
You're
Hosting WrestleMania again.
Well, yeah, but you know, New York gets the shine. So.
Cause y'all thieves. That's
No,
what y'all
we're
do.
not-
Y'all
we're
still
not-
shines.
No, we're not. We're not stealing Jersey shine. There's nothing to steal. Anyway,
Okay.
how was your week?
It was interesting. Came back from DC.
Yeah. How was DC?
It was pretty good until I got sick.
You did get sick.
No, not that sick. Like I threw up Sunday morning
Oh wow.
because
well, now
their
it makes
Chinese
sense.
food is not pretty good.
So nothing in DC was good.
I mean, no, the noodles was good.
Okay, so
Noodles is good.
you might have some DC listeners, so be careful.
No, I'm just saying, like, the Chinese store that we went to, they didn't cook the shrimp right. And it made me react wrong. So,
Ew.
yeah.
It's kind of gross.
That's not like buying shrimp fried rice from everywhere.
Can you hear me actually?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right, just want to make sure because you know.
You want to make sure your shirt is showing, huh?
Yeah, shout out to the homie from Nerds Clothing for this dope Zelina and Andrade Almas shirt.
Where's mine?
I don't know.
How you didn't get one from Mr. Tranquilo himself?
Did you get me a Firing Squad shirt?
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Where is it?
I have to go pick it up when I go to Chicago in 2 weeks.
No, do me a favor. Get me my Chalkline Bullet Club jacket. That's what I want.
We'll see. That thing's like $150.
I will give you the money for it.
Okay, yeah, sure, no problem.
Jeez,
Should have started off with that.
cheapskate.
Oh, ouch.
I'm just saying because damn, I would have looked at my wallet, pulled out some coins, and
Yeah,
put
well,
them
our
together.
coins are kind of like slim right now. So with that said, make sure you holler at us on the WWE shop. Click on the link.
Yes.
Buy your merch from there. It sells every day.
Yes, they got a new thing going on. It's new custom tees. We were taking a look at it and picking out what we want. Kind of dope, right? Because then you get.
You know I'm a hoodie guy, so everything.
There was so many hoodies. I saw your list. You just want nothing but hoodies.
I just want hoodies. I put a couple of shirts in there just so I don't look.
Just switch it up.
Just sprinkle a little
It's
bit.
the
in.
summertime still, so you gotta have.
It's
some
coming to
shirts.
an end.
Yeah, well,
It's been raining a lot too.
this week.
It's been raining a lot this summer.
Yeah, it's not really, not that bad.
It has.
Not really. Anyway, but yeah, it's pretty dope, and you can switch up the colors too.
Yep. Switch up the colors. Get a
I saw
tank top,
this-
T-shirt.
I saw the Sasha Banks hoodie in like a maroon color, like switch it up.
I think
was
I
like,
got that.
Did you? You didn't get it. I didn't see it on your list.
I did.
I saw Sasha.
With the portrait.
No.
Oh.
Just her logo,
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
but it was hot fire. So I can't wait to get that. So yeah, if you
I like the portrait one.
whatever, if you want it.
Ouch.
If you want to customize your tees and not necessarily get what they have on the shop, you have the option to be creative. So,
Yep, and we got something coming up with that too.
yep. So definitely go to our YouTube or our social media. The link will be provided. Help us out. Thank you. It's appreciated because We need the money, yo. The ching ching, the cheddar.
Are we doing this again?
No,
Last week you failed at it.
No. So this week we had a unfortunate passing.
Yes. Unfortunately, the father of Natalia, Jimmy Neidhart, the Anvil, passed away this past week at the age of 63.
Yes, was very sudden.
He was part of the Hart Foundation. He played in the NFL. He was in the WCW. He was in New Japan for a little bit, and he's very loved. A lot of the superstars, put up comments about it because he was also part of Total Divas for the past couple of seasons.
Yep, and it was a very bright spot on the show.
Right.
It was a very sudden passing. So
yeah, and it was unfortunate how it happened. Apparently, he wasn't feeling comfortable. He woke up to go turn the thermostat down, and then he got dizzy and fell and hit his head.
Wow.
So
yeah, so our condolences go out to their Natalia and the rest of their family.
Family, friends, fans, and loved ones. Our prayers go out with you guys.
So on that note, our draft, right? We're winding down. Literally, SummerSlam, that's it.
That's it. We're done.
We're done. You and me are done, buddy. I'm tired of going
So
head to head.
would you like to concede so you can wear your T-shirt this weekend, or what are we doing here?
I'll concede after SummerSlam. I can wear the shirt on the next show.
No, but I want you to wear it at a public event. You can't wear it on the show. I want you to wear it at a public event.
So unfortunately, SummerSlam is Sunday. So.
I mean, if you just concede
and then the
now,
show is on Thursday. Well, nope. Guess that's not happening, buddy.
They should just concede.
It's not happening. Should have thought it out a little bit better. On that note.
Really? So you're gonna be a sore loser like that? Though?
I'm not being a sore loser. I said I know I'm losing. I'm willing to wear the shirt.
So concede now.
I'm not conceding now. The show, our season is over. It's not like when you watch basketball or baseball, right?
When you watch,
they still play, don't they?
Presidential elections, when you know you lost. I lost. I conceded. So I could.
But that's a whole different scenario, right? When you play basketball, when you play soccer, no one sits down and goes, "Oh, we're losing."
Yeah, but then they already get the trophies ready. Like they start,
Correct. So when the time is to give the trophies are handed out.
All right. So you can wear it after SummerSlam.
Sure.
All right. So I'll meet you outside of Barclays so you can wear your shirt.
Okay.
As we pass out the flyers.
No problem. I'll probably get cheered, won't I? So, on that note, I scored a total of 49 points. The Queen scored. And Blue scored a total of 148 points with Blue Magic Club. So our points right now are 2,548 for Queen's Court and 3,289 points for Blue Magic Club.
Yeah.
So what's even more exciting to me is we're done. But the new season starts right after SummerSlam.
Yeah, we released a new episode yesterday of the draft with our 7 participants.
Yep.
And
shout out to Astro, TKO, Joey, Kev, Leah, Rob, and Phil. Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, well, I have a great memory. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for participating in our draft. It was pretty funny, especially Kevin calling out Triple H and John Cena.
What was he thinking?
But I told you, he's a real life. He's one of those real life trolls.
Shout out to Petty Club, another subgroup of the Bullet Club.
Yeah, nice. But yeah, so they had a lot of nice, interesting picks. I like definitely the picks that Leah, had. Hers was very strategic.
Right.
Astro all day was asking questions and how he can.
He's trying to flamingo the whole system.
Shock the system.
He's trying to flamingo the whole system onto his advantage.
So, yeah, so we'll see. It's pretty exciting. This is going to Royal Rumble because the whole goal, once this gets bigger, right, we can do draft parties.
That's next. That's next season. We're gonna do draft parties.
That's the goal. So,
so
after Royal Rumble, whoever wins will get a really, really nice prize from us. It's not just a T-shirt or anything like that. So we got to make it super enticing. So,
real quick, here's their stable. Leah is going with the Evolution, rightfully so. Rob is going with New Generation X. Joey's going with Petty Club Worldwide. Kev is going with as Rich Fam. TKO is going as TK Crew. Astro is going with the Night Riders. And Phil is going with the Undisputed Nation of Domination.
All the factions into one name, right?
I'm not mad at it.
It's a dope name. So, yeah, so we're really excited for that new season to start right after SummerSlam. So, we're going to get into this week's shows?
Yep, start off with your show.
Raw started off with Ronda Rousey opening up, basically giving her, I guess, speaking for herself in the back, giving their condolences to Natalya because obviously her father passed away this week. You had an issue with that.
Yeah.
Why?
I just felt like, first of all, Jimmy is not no regular wrestler. It's Jimmy the Anvil Neidhart. Like, he's a Hart Foundation. Hart Foundation, in my opinion, is a cornerstone of WWE.
Right.
Whether you look at it or not. They didn't give him a 10-bell salute. That annoyed me.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give him a graphic in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That annoyed me.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Ronda come out to speak on the behalf of the roster.
Yeah.
And send out your condolences. Like,
Yeah.
so now she's going to become the... So you giving up on Roman and giving it to Ronda? Or, like, they sharing
Roman
it?
hasn't even done that.
Like, exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just too much to put over Ronda.
Yeah.
And that really annoyed me.
I don't know if I was actually annoyed about it. I was a little confused as the route that they took, but I can see your point as to it being kind of tasteless. But
It was. Because even the way she was talking, it didn't sound genuine, in my opinion.
I won't say it didn't sound
like,
genuine.
No, like, not genuine. Like, in that it seemed rehearsed.
But you also understand Ronda's struggles on the mic. It could have been
Right.
something where she was nervous, but to say it wasn't genuine.
No, again, that's what I didn't mean to say.
You corrected
yeah,
yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
not genuine. Maybe that's the wrong word, but it just didn't come off right, in my opinion.
I mean, if
And
that,
then for it to lead into that whole thing with Alexa Bliss.
right, that I didn't agree with. But in that sense, again, we also know Ronda's strongest ability isn't on the mic.
Right.
She's still very green on it. So I think that was more of the situation. If it didn't sound right, but after that, Bliss came out, and again, I know you hate giving old girl her props, but she was super funny.
I honestly wasn't listening.
Okay, well, she was super funny. She was making faces, the show.
I heard. Yeah,
She's like, I can make those faces too. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, Lexi.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But it was honestly, it was a good opening segment. I thought Ember and Alexa wound up having a match, and she won by DQ because Alicia Fox got involved. And yeah, it was a whole lot going on. They had security guards for Alexa and Alicia,
Yeah,
and obviously Ronda is the
I
baddest
seen
woman
that.
on the planet, so she attacked. So I thought it was a good opening segment. It solidified that Ronda is a badass. Alexa is gonna do what she has to do to try to get the upper hand, and I think it did what it had to do.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to this match. I forgot. I'm trying to remember what I was doing.
So, I mean, if you know you have a show, don't you think you should pay attention? I don't know.
Yeah, of course I know to pay
I
attention.
mean, well-
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, something distracted me. So I'm trying to remember what was the distraction. Come on.
All
Cut it
right,
out.
buddy. I'm just messing with you. Come
Cut
on.
it out. Cut it out.
I'm on vacation. Cut it out. I'm on vacation. I'm a happy camper.
But my guy showed up on time and on point.
I thought this was a better segment.
Paul Heyman came out. Well, Roman Reigns came out. Started
He did his whole spiel.
the
And
same
then
thing he's been doing for the past how many months?
Paul got him.
Yeah, Paul got
He
him.
gave him the okie doke.
Yeah, it's like, yo, let me represent you. This is how it sound. And
Do you think that was like real pepper spray? No. it couldn't
nah,
be.
his face wasn't red enough.
Yeah.
I was trying to look. I was like, nah, it's not real. It's not real.
I mean, it was a good reaction to
It
it.
was.
though,
It was.
but-
He reacted very well to it.
Yeah.
He acted very well to it. To the very end, to Roman, Brock came out,
Yeah.
dominated him, left, came back, did it again.
Yeah.
You know, that's my favorite part.
On that note, I thought it was a good segment. I don't know, Paul. It's weird, even though he wasn't being genuine. It was just classic Paul Heyman just doing what he can to get the upper hand. So I enjoyed that. Roman, I'm always a fan of. He was believable, and Brock did what he had to do as the Beast, right?
Yep.
So
Came and played his role.
yep.
Domination.
In the main event or the last segment of the night, the Lunatic Fringe returns. Dean Ambrose.
Looking like Triple H.
Yo.
Like,
He looked like, I said this on Twitter. I say that every week, but whatever. I say good things on Twitter. He looked like he came back from doing a bid in jail, right? Man, he was
exactly.
swole.
He was
Like,
swollen.
and the haircut gives him that kind of like it's like a weird, messed up. Yeah, exactly.
Intense
Look.
feel to him now.
So I think everybody
He
was
didn't look very sloppy like he usually does.
Yeah, he just looked very intense. He's about his business. and it got a good reaction, a great reaction. It got a nice pop, and on social media, everyone was super excited.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? Like, when we say people are stagnant and we're not feeling them, it's kind of good when they go away.
Yep, that's why I want Roman to go away.
I agree.
But I think they did. I think they pulled the trigger on this a little bit too soon.
It should have showed up at SummerSlam.
Should have showed up at SummerSlam.
I don't know why they do that.
But I kind of have a feeling that it's because this is where the turn
is going to happen.
Is a heel turn that's going to happen for him.
Well, but it could have still happened at SummerSlam because he could have came out, music popped, helped out Seth a little bit, and maybe after the match or something of that nature, the turn could have happened. So it would have been a better surprise, especially in Brooklyn. Right,
that would have been a nice pop for him.
Yep. So, but it was still nice to see him return, and I'm very excited to see what is in store for Dean Ambrose. What did the people rate Raw?
They gave it about like an A.
Did they?
Yeah.
I rated it super low, but again, when I kind of like reflect, I always do this. I'm like, it wasn't that bad. I will say it was C+, B-.
Yeah, I'd give it about a B. The reason, again, I think I know why I tuned it out, because I got the script beforehand.
Yes, I remember you told me that.
So it's kind of like, oh, this is what's happening?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so on to your show.
My show. They didn't have no leaked scripts or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So the show started off
Well, I mean, for years, we were getting spoilers, but continue.
But it still was better.
But continue.
Anyway.
Not back then.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Nobody watched it on a Friday.
Right.
Nobody. Carmella, Charlotte, Flair, and Becky came out, to come talk their stuff. Carmella led the way. And Becky tried to hold her own, and then,
Carmella had a nice zinger, basically saying that
you used to be a clown.
Yeah, well, not even that, but Becky, that she's not as good as Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
So she's still stirring the pot.
And then Paige came out, was like, you know what, Mella, do what you do best and sit at, okay, after this I'll tell you what I'm feeling about something. This is you stirring the pot?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to react to it. Okay.
So...
no problem.
I'm messing with you.
No, it's okay. No, I didn't find it funny. How about that?
Okay. So Mella, she said, you do what you do best is talk, sit at the announce table. We have a tag team match.
When Paige came out.
Yeah, when Paige came out. And put Charlotte and Becky versus Absolution.
So, whatever. That match was whatever.
Becky showed out, showed that she didn't need Flair.
And it showed in the backstage segment, you saw a different side to Becky. Like, she was very
annoyed.
Not annoyed. Very passive. Just very like, all right. Like,
you might be getting your wish.
I don't know, but I like it. I definitely like her intensity, and like she seems just very focused. So
my point about that was that I don't like that they try and put Carmella as the diva. Why are we bringing this turn back?
I don't think they're putting her as a diva.
No, but no. The whole point of the segment was like, she's like, yes, I'm a diva. I look better than you guys, and da 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 da. I'm like, why do we have to bring this back?
I don't think necessarily that's what they were going with it, but kind of just like
it's a poor choice of words in my opinion. Like, you could have used something else. Like, diva, we just got rid of this diva thing. Like, now you bring it up.
Yeah, which annoys me that a lot of people still refer to them as divas.
Right. So
it's kind of insulting. But I get what you're saying. I don't think that's what they were trying to go with, but I get it.
Like, to get you something better.
So 8 years of The Miz and DB, Daniel Bryan. It was a very interesting like video package. Not that it was so super interesting. Well, it was. The reason why I wanted to bring it up, because again, it reminds me from back in the day. I'll never forget that video package to hype up Rock and Stone Cold at WrestleMania.
Right.
I always forget the number. It was 17?
13. No, not 13.
It wasn't 13. It was 17.
16.
17.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and they had the Limp Bizkit, My Way.
Right.
And it was just super intense. And it was a personal feud, obviously, and it was just pieced together.
Right.
And a lot of people will always remember that.
Right.
This is what this reminded me of. It's a very, very, very personal feud. It's been happening for 8 years now, and going back to even when they showed the NXT pick, right? I didn't even know that happened. That probably might have been the time when I had my little hiatus.
Yeah, I remember that part.
But I thought that was pretty cool. So it just shows that they have a lot of history, and this is going to be a really, really, really dope match.
Yeah, it's definitely this is the best build they've ever done, in my opinion, in a while.
Well, then that doesn't make sense. Ever did or in a while? Because I was getting ready to say.
Okay, this is the best build they have done in a while.
In a while, okay. Just making sure because it makes sense.
Sometimes we over-exaggerate stuff and then pull it back a bit.
Right, okay.
Only thing is, I didn't like that it kept continuing throughout the night. Like, on one package, if you wanted to take 2 minutes out and show us this dope package, I'd have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
But keep revisiting it in between every match. It was kind of...
I don't know if I had an issue with it. I can understand that, but I also feel like...
It made it look like it was more important than the title, but again, like, the title didn't get this much hype.
That's true. But also, again, video packages is always nice when they have some type of music or... It just...
No,
I don't know.
I loved it. I just didn't want it...
But what I'm saying is, again, going back to the video package from Rock and Austin for WrestleMania 17.
60. Continue talking. Continue. We'll figure it out.
Nope, we won't because I have it right here. WrestleMania 17.
That's what I said.
In Houston, Texas.
That's what I said. This was his last match.
Rock and nope. The last match was WrestleMania 19, but continue.
That's what I said. 19.
Okay.
You know, I'm the worst
right,
at memory.
Astro. If you when you watch this or listen to this, please let me know the mistakes that Blue made on this episode.
Oh my God!
Again,
you know I'm bad with memory. I don't even remember. What the takeover last year.
But my thing is, you kept going. See, this is the issue. You keep going back and forth with me every time I'm right.
It's fun. I like bugging you.
A little bit, I know.
It's fun. You do the same thing with me.
But the issue is I'm right and you're wrong.
Sometimes you're wrong and I'm right and you still do it.
Very, very, very rare. But
okay.
on that,
Matt just gave you the look. Like, okay.
Did you give me a look?
No.
Well, you're a Pisces. You always lie.
Oh my God! Stop with this theory.
This is like the
yours.
7th lie that you did today. Anyway,
stop with your theories.
on that note, with the
Conspiracy
video packaging, I always like when there's a song added to it because songs like speak to us, right? It brings out a certain emotion. This was cool, but like you said, maybe if it was put together, maybe if they came out, a lot of times when we build up feuds for these pay-per-views, sometimes we don't get the standoff,
right.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know, but yeah.
With these two, I didn't care if they didn't have the standoff because I know Miz is on this tour run. But it's just like, it could have been like one nice dope, like the Rock and Austin was one nice dope package.
Yeah,
and
with music.
Yeah, everything was just put together like, I'm hyped for this.
Yeah.
This is like them talking over and over again about how much they hate each other.
Right.
In between every match.
Right.
Title match is going to be on the card too, and that's very personal. As we get into that right now.
The final segment of the night.
Exactly. AJ Styles came out to talk to the crowd and said, I get emotional. Samoa Joe comes out. I was like, I got a letter from a fan last week.
Who was that fan?
AJ's wife.
Yes.
And talking about how, AJ doesn't care about his family and so on and so forth.
It made her physically sick.
Yeah, it made her physically sick. And it's just like...
And he just walked off.
Right.
Yeah.
And then cut off the show like that. To me, those two could have told a very dope story if they gave it enough time.
I think they are telling a dope story. Now, I do agree, though, there's so much history with them as well, just from being in TNA and Indies. It could have been a lot really played into that. But, again, for whatever reason... It's just like a wall that the WWE keeps hitting. Like you have every potential to just really tap into people's emotions, and then they just stop.
They short us on stuff like this.
It's so funny because I told you yesterday, it was Wednesday. I had to open at my job, and I woke up late.
Right.
And so I'm like, let me just fast forward through SummerSlam. Okay, SmackDown. And the segment, I watched whatever, and then the main event or the last segment happened. And then I'm listening to Joe talk, and then it cuts off. You know when the DVR cuts off and it goes to whatever? And I'm like, wait, did SmackDown go over their mark like Raw did? No, he just walked away.
Yeah, he just walked away. Because they did a WWE exclusive backstage. Yeah. And they had, Styles trying to get at Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe's just egging him like, but you mad? While the Good Brothers and Usos hold back AJ. He's like, what, you just mad or something? Yeah. Don't worry. Try to come with me.
It was simple but good final
I'm excited for this match.
Huh?
I'm excited for this match.
I know you are. You're a big AJ Mark, and I know you like Joe, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited for that match, too. I would be even more excited if Joe wins, but we'll talk about that in a bit. What did the people think?
We gave it an A.
Okay. I give it a B+.
Give it a B+.
Oh, we agree. Okay, so we're going to get into predictions?
Let's get into some predictions. Let's start off with
Takeover.
NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4.
Part 4.
Yeah. First match probably going to be on the card is Velveteen Dream versus EC3.
Yes.
I think Velveteen Dream needs a win.
He needs a win. I don't know when's the last time he had a big win at that.
Yeah, the last one he beat was Cassius Ohno in Royal Rumble.
I'm not really a big fan of EC3.
Yeah, I'm not part of the top 1% yet.
I'm not either. So and again, Velveteen is a face now. He needs to win. I think that'd be a perfect.
He's a heel.
He's more so a face.
He's a heel.
He's more so a face.
EC3 is like supposed to be the face of this one.
He's coming off as a face.
I know the people love him. That's the problem.
Yeah,
it's hard to hate him.
He's really coming off as a face. It's kind of like from the last takeover when Undisputed faced off. Who did they face again? I completely forgot. These guys.
Mustache Mountain.
No.
We said the last takeover, right?
Yeah, it wasn't Mustache Mountain, or was it? Who's in Mustache Mountain again?
Tyler Bate.
No, it wasn't Tyler Bate. Yeah, no.
Who was they facing the last takeover?
I'll look it up so we're not wasting time. But it was kind of like just Undisputed was clearly the heel.
You talking about during NOLA?
No, during Chicago.
During Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Undisputed Era.
Is it? That's what I'm saying. They get such a good reaction. It's just one of those situations where everybody's a fan of. Like, everyone is going to take over deep in their Adam Cole or Undisputed shirts.
Yeah.
Like, everyone that I spoke to, like, yo, I'm going in an Adam Cole shirt.
I kind of don't want to now, but I know I'm going to end up doing it anyway.
I have a Ricochet shirt, and I've been wanting to wear it, but since everyone's telling me, we got to wear Adam Cole, blah, 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 I'm like, okay. And plus, I'm a fan of Adam Cole, so.
Like, it's just, you know what it is? It's just them coming from where they came from. And you know NXT is really indie-driven.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they get that, because all of them came from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of have that Bullet Club feel to them.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's hard to hate them.
Yeah. And I agree. I feel like Undisputed. Well, we'll get into it now. The NXT Tag Team Championship it's Undisputed, the champions versus Mustache Mountain. Now,
that's just going to be so amazing.
Yeah, that's going to be super dope. And it goes back to what you said in regards to Bullet Club, right?
Right.
I told you this before. I felt Undisputed has that oomph about them that is very Bullet Club-like, right? And I thought a great idea would be not to oversaturate it, but to keep adding members to it, kind of like Bullet Club.
They will. I feel like once they get to the main roster and they meet up back again with AJ and Good Brothers, it's going to go that route. But
exactly. So
I think Undisputed Era is going to...
They face Oni Larkin and Danny Burch.
Oh, yeah. That was a bad...
That was a bad reaction for those two. Yeah, it was a fantastic match.
The match was amazing.
Exactly.
But, yeah, that crowd turned ASAP. They was like, who?
Yeah.
Nah.
Exactly.
Undisputed Era.
So, on that note, I am going with Undisputed just because they're really hot right now. I don't think that's something you're going to take the titles off of. Wait, we didn't say who we think
I said Velveteen needed to win.
And I said Velveteen needs to win. Yeah. So we both agree on that.
I think Undisputed Era is gonna lose this only because I think it's time for them to get called. Never mind. I seen a new theory. They're gonna retain.
Okay.
Because they have this. Yeah, they're gonna retain. I feel like they're gonna retain. Shout out to Undisputed Era.
But so my thing is with Tyler Bate. Is Mustache Mountain gonna stay as a tag team, or is it just just for this?
I think they're gonna go over to NXT UK.
Okay.
And do their thing there because they're very big over there.
Well, yeah, no, I know Tyler Bate is super big. You know,
and
I'm not too familiar with Trent. Yeah,
Trent Seven is amazing over there.
Yeah. Next match we have is the NXT Women's Championship: Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane. Your girl versus mine. Who's winning?
Kairi Sane.
Because Shayna's getting called up? She's getting called up to Raw?
Yeah, she's going to get called up.
To Raw?
I don't know if it's to Raw. Might be SmackDown, just to separate it for now. Just to balance out the 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsemen situation.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna probably put it on SmackDown.
I don't know how she's gonna translate onto the main roster. I mean, she'll probably get the rub she needs to whenever they do the whole 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen.
Right.
But I just don't know how she's gonna translate on the main roster.
I think she'll do fine. I think she'll do well.
I think she's gonna remind me of like Sonya Deville. I don't know why, but I'm just getting that vibe.
Nah, she's gonna have a better situation than that.
Well, we'll see. Well, obviously she is because they're gearing up towards that eventually. So
Yeah.
North American Championship. My guys, Adam Cole and Ricochet.
Who you got?
I think Ricochet is gonna win. Is gonna win just because Adam Cole is gonna probably move on eventually to the NXT Championship.
Yeah. So my theory is
So we're just agreeing on everything.
Yeah, because my theory is that like you said, Adam Cole's gonna move on, and then Ricochet is gonna hold the North American title. I feel like Roderick Strong is gonna challenge him for the North American title.
Okay.
And then Red Dragon could go ahead and continue and handle the tag team titles for NXT. And I feel like they're gonna let them dominate that NXT for a while.
Right.
So
then we have after that, obviously the main event for the NXT Championship and the last man standing match, Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano. Johnny Wrestling, Mr. Wrestling. Who you got?
Tommaso. I feel like this match is like, I told you this.
Mm-hmm.
If they was gonna do a match, it should have been Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point of the last man standing. They done went through everything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's basically like worse than a last man standing match. Next stage would have been the Hell in a Cell.
They could have did the whole 3 stages of hell.
Exactly, something major.
Yeah.
Again, Aleister Black got hurt with last minute situations.
That's unfortunate because that match. I mean, this is already going to be a dope match, but with Aleister, that would have been crazy. So I know people are pretty bummed out, and especially Aleister is probably bummed out about that. Step on my sneakers again.
Oh my God, I have to stretch my leg somehow. Please, give me some room.
I don't know, but stop stepping on my sneakers.
Give me some room.
I've had these sneakers since 2007. Fresh, right?
You told me that.
Did I?
Yeah.
And what did you think? Pretty cool how I kept them.
I didn't know you was wearing it today. I thought you was like some throwback pictures. Like, hey, this is a picture from 2007. I'm like, oh, look at that. She found pictures.
Sometimes you're not the brightest bulb, eh? SummerSlam predictions.
Yeah.
The big event.
We got
part of the Big 5 now.
Yeah, we got the. What do you mean now? Well, yeah, Big 5 because they added Money in the Bank.
I know what I'm talking about.
I thought you meant like they just added this one. All right, keep it moving. Like we predicted, it's a mixed tag match. Not a mixed tag match. Yeah, it is a mixed tag match between Rusev and Lana versus Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega.
Yay!
You got the shirt on.
Got the shirt.
Very tranquilo for today.
You know who I'm going with, obviously.
Of course, and I can see that happen. I wish it was an intergender match, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean we'll see. Like
they've been breaking rules lately. So.
Yeah, so we'll see how that works out. But I'm definitely excited for this match. Yeah, I'm going with Andrade and Zelina. What about you?
I'm going Andrade and CN.
Stop picking the same picks I'm picking.
You know, I've been the CN guy, and I feel like this is when Aiden English is gonna really
screw Rusev and maybe start a program between the two.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
But the next match, I'm not too happy about.
Right, especially when you're taking away from other people that should be on the card, but I won't say their names, Sasha Banks and Bayley. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, the Raw Tag Team titles will be on the kickoff show between B-Team
and the Revival. Who do you have?
The Revival. They got to take it off them.
The B-Team is not working. Just like the Delete of Worlds wasn't working.
It hit the plateau.
Yeah, that's it. It was cute for a second. So the thing is about this kickoff show, it's going to be 2 hours.
What?
Yeah, that's what I read. So that means that there should be another match on that that time slot.
The Cruiserweight Championship.
Well, the funny thing is when I was looking up the card, they didn't specify that the Cruiserweight Championship was on the kickoff show. I mean, more than likely it will be.
It is.
But they didn't specify that, right? So there's a match missing that should be included, no?
You're just really hoping for this.
But why? But my thing is, if Evolution, wouldn't you?
No, I get it. But I'm trying to tell you, don't get your hopes up with these guys.
I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm just telling you what I want.
Right.
There's a difference between getting my hopes up and what I want.
I know, but you're saying it should be another match.
It's what I want. It's what I'm telling you, what I want.
But I don't think they're going to do it.
I don't think so either. I'm just saying it's what I want. Right?
Yeah.
But go ahead. Well, who do you think with the Cruiserweight Championship match?
Gulak.
Cedric and... Stop picking my picks.
You know what's bad?
What?
You know what this means?
What?
The WWE has become too predictable. That's all it means.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not too often that we get some swerves. Again, I just think Cedric has had the championship for over 100 days. I think last time I saw this week, it was like 128, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and again with the controversy with him, even though that was in the past, I don't know, he hasn't really been
seen.
Not seen, just translate to the crowd.
Right.
I mean, again, when he puts on the matches, that's how he speaks to the crowd. But
right.
in regards to just being on the mic and just him as a champion, it's boring. Drew, glowed up with his new gimmick, and he's killing it.
Yeah, he's getting he got buff. He been putting on some weight.
That's what the guys got to do, get buff and get some shine.
Did you see what Shinsuke Nakamura tweeted this past week?
No, what did he say?
He posted up on his Instagram. You know that Kim Kardashian picture of her laying on the bed?
Yeah.
He used her.
Was that on purpose?
No, but it was not on purpose. But it fits the picture of her laying on the bed. He took the Photoshop out and have her RKO him. He says RKO out of nowhere. That's hilarious.
That's funny.
Shinsuke is becoming very into himself.
So speaking of Shinsuke, we have the United States Championship versus Jeff Hardy. Who you have?
Shinsuke.
I have Shinsuke as well. How do you think he's gonna win cleanly, or is Randy gonna get involved some way somehow?
Randy's gonna get involved.
That was weird. Did you see how Randy was stalking?
Stalking.
And Jeff didn't see.
He didn't see because he was in the crowd hugging on the wall like this.
We'll talk about Randy a little bit later, but I kind of like what he's doing with this role. Not kind of. I really like what he's doing with the role.
So for the next match, who do you got, Shinsuke or Jeff?
I said Shinsuke.
Okay. Well, the next match is the Money in the Bank Takes All match between Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens. Who do you got?
My gut is telling me that Braun is going to win. However, I want KO to win because, like you said, the WWE's become super predictable, and this will give you a splash of unpredictability.
Yeah.
To have KO win again. Like I've said numerous of times, anyone that listens to us, Braun doesn't need the briefcase.
He doesn't.
So
I don't think anybody thinks he needs it.
Right. So it was just like, why did he win that? KO's perfect for it. He's a nuisance to anybody he deals with, and he'll be super arrogant, as he already is. It's just a match made in heaven.
There's a lot of matches on this card. I think
we're almost halfway. We're almost done with it.
I really want Kevin Owens to win it, but I kind of have a new theory in my mind, and I'll bring it to you later. So Braun's going to retain.
Okay. I said Braun is going to retain as well. Can we get a different pick so we can just go back and forth? Stop picking the same picks.
All right, here's one. SmackDown's Women's Championship.
I have Carmella
versus Becky versus Charlotte.
I have Carmella.
Okay, so the next one.
Why do we have Carmella?
Because it's predictable. Like, Charlotte and Becky's going to fight over it.
Unless, if Charlotte wins, that's just going to give Becky
more heat.
She's going to be fire. She's going to be on
too.
fire.
That's like the second option.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
Intercontinental Championship, Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins.
Dolph is retaining.
I feel Dean, it's going to come and cost Seth, and yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nah, this is not predictable.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Who do you got?
The Miz.
I got Daniel Bryan.
Now we have like a little difference. Okay, why do you have Daniel Bryan?
I have Daniel Bryan because I feel like he needs it right now, in a way, because it's kind of like his revenge, and then it'll carry over for a remake at WrestleMania.
So I think The Miz is going to win just for the simple fact of The Miz is a bully, right? And again, Daniel Bryan's character is I don't want to take Cena's thing, but kind of just never giving up, even though you're the second or third person that's picked. You're the underdog.
Right.
Right? He's coming back from what was a career-ending injury, and now he's made a return. And on top of that, the matches that he's had, except for the tag team matches, he's won.
Right.
So I feel like it's a situation for him to lose, and because this is a feud that should be going on for a while. So I think the first match should be The Miz.
I think it'll be DB. And I think it's one of the other reason is because they're trying to keep him happy. Because if you realize, he's not going anywhere.
But But I don't think it matters to him if he wins or loses.
No, but
As long as he's in a good program, which this is the program,
right.
It doesn't matter if he's happy or not. In that sense, if he won or lost,
is an adding on part that the WWE 2K19 is. Even though AJ's on the cover, the storyline is based off Daniel Bryan. They're gonna use that and push that.
Well, it's not based off of him, but they have a storyline mode for him.
Right.
Right.
They're gonna use that.
Correct, but look at Daniel Bryan's the history of Daniel Bryan. Again, he wasn't supposed to be a top guy. He was a B+ player, right?
Right.
He's the underdog, right? That coexists with what they're trying to do with the video game. At least that's what I think so. You know, it's kind of like Bayley, right? Bayley in NXT was never supposed to win the big one. She was never good enough until she finally overcame the big bully, which was Sasha, and won the big match. I think the payoff, if they do this right and they come back to WrestleMania, which there's titles involved, he wins that at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think they still got time between before you Rumble and so on and so forth. So we'll see.
I mean, it could be it goes back to what we said last week, right? Instead of having feuds like for a couple of weeks for a pay-per-view, sometimes there needs to be feuds that are drawn out.
Right.
And done correctly, because we had AJ and Shinsuke that was drawn out, but it didn't really do much.
Right. It got better and better, but they didn't let them do like they was supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, it got better, but like you said, it could have really been.
Yeah, they let the chains off of them.
That's it. Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin.
Oh, we're just gonna
What happened? Oh, the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in a second. Split up Raw and SmackDown, which is what I meant to do.
Okay. I got Finn Balor winning.
I have Finn winning too. I feel like Corbin's been getting the upper hand. The last pay-per-view, they had a match, right?
Yeah.
And who won?
Corbin.
Okay, so then I have Finn winning. Yeah.
I
just wish it was the Demon.
You see how predictable?
I just
Who
wish.
won last time? All right, great. The next person was.
Which I wish it was. I wish the Demon King would come out. I'm still holding out hope for that the Demon King comes
Don't
out.
hold your breath. Vince, he would have advertised that a long time ago.
Maybe
Demon King.
You never
in
know.
Brooklyn.
You never know. Just for that alone, you never know. Okay, SmackDown Tag Team Championships between the Bludgeon Brothers, who are the champions, versus New Day.
New Day.
The Bludgeon Brothers have been trash.
Very trash.
So it's time to get the belts off them.
These 3s versus 2s are not.
Yeah.
I skipped it.
Yeah.
I might watch. I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, I did the same thing. But I would like to see after that New Day versus Sanity, like a real nice, you have the whole Freebird thing going on, like a real nice feud between the two.
They had a very great match this past week.
Yeah.
New Day versus Sanity.
So I can see that happening as they move on from the Bludgeon Brothers and they go back to catering. We don't have the drums because you didn't get the drums.
Because you didn't remind me.
Just write it down. Type it down. No, that doesn't really fit with that. Raw Women's Championship, Alexa Bliss. Biscuit butt. Alexa Bliss versus the baddest woman, Hot Ronda, Rowdy, Ronda, Rousey, whatever all the names they give her. Who you have?
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's time to... This man's face, he's super disappointed.
Predictable. Like,
is it?
Yo, Alexa Bliss is not winning this. They're going to give it to Ronda.
What if Alexa loses by DQ?
They didn't give it to Ronda. They already spoiled it.
How did they spoil it?
Next venue.
What?
Next venue. Okay, they spoiled it by one of the venues that was promoting Raw had Ronda with the title.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Why didn't you show me that?
I forgot. It was like
that's important.
I seen it like in DC or something like that, and I was like, really? This is what they're doing?
So Ronda's winning.
Ronda's winning. Sorry, spoiler.
Right. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, Alexa Bliss is not believable versus Ronda Rousey, so I see her winning too, unless there's some type of swerve when Alicia Fox. Alicia, Mickey, that'd be nice if Nia came back and then aligned herself with Alexa again.
Right. Like,
that'd be a nice swerve.
People haven't spoken about Nia for a minute.
Put Nia as a heel again, because the face thing, it was cute for 2 seconds, but WWE Championship, AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Who you got?
AJ got it.
I don't want him to be champion anymore. I want to see what someone else can do with the title. Joe is the perfect person. But granted, I understand 2K19, so that's not happening. I think Joe...
I don't get it with you people. Like...
It's nothing to... What is there to...
This guy is putting on for the title every month, every pay-per-view.
So Joe doesn't deserve the chance to hold it?
No, I'm not saying that.
So that's the point.
No, he could come back around and revisit it again. It doesn't have to be one this time. Let them tell the story, and then at the end of the storyline, sure. But
then that means AJ has the title for yet more days.
And what's the problem with that?
Because he's had it for so long.
There's no winning.
What do you mean there's no winning? I think the majority of people wants to see a new champion. Yes, it's cute to have them a champion for a couple of days. I mean, for a couple of months. Great. But there's other talent that can also see what we can do. This is the whole point, that superstars and champions are not built properly because we leave the titles on the same people.
No, but that's my problem with you guys. Like, sometimes...
You guys.
People that keep saying, oh, I want AJ to lose. Those
people.
Yes, those people. Like, to me, it's like, when the title's being lost and passed around, it's passed around too many times. Let's keep it, on one person for a while. This one person has it for a while. He's about to surpass, whose numbers he's
But look how many months it's been.
Since November. That's fine.
No, it's not fine.
Yes, it is.
It's not, because other people
matches. There's other titles for other people to hold. He's
holding the titles though?
There's the U.S. title. There's the IC title.
So you're telling me Samoa Joe should hold a mid-card title then?
Why not?
Why shouldn't he be a U.S. champion? WWE champion.
I'm not saying he shouldn't be a champion. My point is that his time will come. Let this run.
This run has been November, bruh.
Let it happen.
It's happened.
So let it happen. Y'all keep complaining along the way. Just let it happen. And it's
happened. No one was complaining when he first got the championship. Even when at WrestleMania, no one complained. It is August.
Actually, no. People complain because they want Nakamura to win.
Correct. But when there was 3 matches and Nakamura didn't win not one, yes, that became an issue.
Right. And I agreed with that. But my thing.
So that if you agree with that, so then you understand that other people need the title.
Yes, but my point is right now, it's not a matter of I want it off of AJ and that AJ's had it too long. It's a matter of let AJ tell a story like he should be telling with certain people. That's all it is.
Why does he need the title to tell that story?
Because it's a story of I built this. This is my house. Who's gonna topple me over? Let that build. Next person.
November, August. How long do you want it to build for? Till next year?
No, but here's my point. The person that actually officially defeats him is gonna get so much clout off of that alone.
Why can't Joe get that clout?
He can. I'm not saying just not this Sunday. Let it build. Let it happen organically. It doesn't have to be rushed.
But it's not rushed though.
No, but when I say that is because ever since he beat Nakamura, it's like, yo, I'm tired of him having the title. The first time he beat Nakamura, I'm tired of him having the title. I'm like, but y'all was mad when the title was getting passed around. This is between November and March or April. Like, let him hold it. Now, if they want Samoa to carry the title, fine. Let it build to that. It doesn't have to be the first time they meet against each other. It could be the second time or the third. Now, if you say AJ beats him all 3 times, then I'm like, all right. It's time to pass it up.
No, because you're gonna find a way to.
I'm saying it right now. If he beats Samoa Joe 3 times, I'm like, no, it's time for him to pass it up.
Remember this,
because he broke the record for SmackDown. So
on that note, we know who you're picking. I want Samoa Joe to win. That's my pick.
AJ.
Universal Championship: Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win with this.
Who do you want to win?
Roman. Even if that means KO coming out to spoil it, that's fine. It's time for Brock to go.
My name is Blue Magic, and I'm the co-advocate for the reigning, defending, undisputed, universal champion of the world, Brock Lesnar. He will stop pushing the button and interrupt my promo. He will be holding.
That's the WWE Universe booing you.
He will be holding the WWE Universal Championship.
I thought we were sharing. Why did you move it?
And the UFC Championship at the exact same time.
I'm not gonna get into this discussion.
What do you mean?
You're the type of people. Now you people are
You
the
people?
one. You people.
What people? What people you speaking of?
You smarks that are ruining the product. Complain about every little thing, but want guys like Brock Lesnar to hold the title.
But nah, seriously. I feel like seriously. Remember I told you I had something I wanted to say later. I feel like Braun is gonna cash in with the help of Paul Heyman.
I like that. I like that idea.
Because, like you said, Braun is becoming a
joke.
A joke.
Comedic relief.
Yeah, like
comedy hour.
Yeah, this is the chance for Braun to get back to his beast mode.
I like that idea.
And Paul Heyman picks him up. This is my new client.
I like that.
And he just conquered that beast.
And it screws Roman over again.
Roman and Brock this time.
On that note, and if that's going to be the case with Roman getting screwed over, do not.
Just take him out of the picture.
Take him out of the picture at this point. He has to be built up again.
Unfortunately, apparently there's been some house shows being set up where it's Braun versus Roman.
Well, that's our SummerSlam predictions. Let us know what you think. Slide in the DMs or leave a comment on our YouTube page, social media, whatever you think. Who do you think is going to win? And if you're going, because I'm going, say hi.
Yes, I'm going as well. NXT.
No, you're not going to SummerSlam, so don't say as well.
That's why I said NXT Takeover. You cut me off before I could finish. Yes, I am going to NXT Takeover. Find me on the floor. Find me outside. Raw, SmackDown.
Catch me outside.
How about that?
There you go.
All right. Catch me. We're going to be outside anyway. We didn't pick which day yet. We might as well say it, right? We'll be outside of Barclays Center.
You didn't leave me chance any, to agree or not, but go ahead.
I know, that's why I said we didn't finish finalizing anything yet. But we will be outside of Barclays Centers talking to some of the fans of WWE.
Yes.
Do some trivia. Get some predictions from them.
Yes.
And we're going to post it on our YouTube and such.
Yeah.
And our social media.
Yeah.
And that's how we're going to contribute to SummerSlam weekend. Also,
shout out to the Jobber Tier podcast. I was on their show this I know it was random because we're in the middle of the show, but shout out to them. They Janelle from there invited me on to their Big Four show where they discussed the Big Four pay-per-views, and It was nothing but the ladies and women of color too. So that was really a dope experience. Right, it was an eye opener because I never thought people that looked like me were into wrestling.
Right.
Or even lived in the same exact area.
Right.
You know what I mean? I thought I was just kind of weird, not weird, but just alone in that sense. Very different in that sense. Where I had to find a lot of my all by myself.
Mr. Lone.
One. Anyway, so it was super cool. We got to talk about SummerSlam predictions as well, and the reason why I brought them up because they have a little party going on Friday, right?
Yeah, they're having a party on Friday.
Jobber Slam, right?
Yeah, Jobber Slam out in Brooklyn.
Yes.
I don't have the exact information in front of me.
Yeah.
But we think we're stopping by, right?
Might be able to stop by. Shout out to P2 as well. The lovely ladies from over there did the Big Four as well, and Yeah. So that's why I brought that up. Sorry, I know it was a little random.
No, it's part of SummerSlam.
Yeah, and watch it. I'm on there too. So obviously I'm the star of the show.
Not
of that show, of this show. I'm the star of this show. So you obviously want to see me in more places. So Hot Topics.
Ms. and Mrs. gets renewed. That's fast.
It is a great show. It is super funny. I love Miz. If I wasn't on board, I wasn't on board with Miz back in the day like 2011, because I thought he was a little cheesy. I didn't really appreciate his skills. But when I think about it, his mic skills have always been there.
I've always been a fan of Miz. You know why?
Why?
He reminded me of one of us, a fan of the business, who put it out on Front Street and actually made it. So I always, even when I didn't boo him, he was like, nah, Miz is awesome. Like, he made it.
And it's funny when you think about it, and it's so, I don't know, I feel like it's so tabooed, like, in this industry. Like, if you can't be a super fan, you know what I mean?
No, it's hard. It's very hard
to be a super fan, but also be in
the business.
Exactly. Which it sucks because you're passionate about it. If you're passionate about something and that's what you love, why can't you show that and still be a part of the industry?
Trust me.
That's what we're here for, though, right?
Yeah. That's what we're doing our own thing, right?
Renee Young replaced his coach this past week because it was his birthday on Raw, and she was the first woman commentator
to be hosted on a full episode of Raw.
Shout out to Renee Young.
Applause for that.
By the way, she looked pretty slim and what have you. They showed her full body.
She had the glow. I'm telling you. Don't doubt me. Okay. She looked slick. I'm telling you, it was the jacket.
She had the glow because her man came back.
Nah, she had the jacket
and
on.
her man is jacked now. Look,
my theory
Jacked
is right.
Ambrose.
But she did very well on Raw.
She did.
She started off a little shaky. You didn't hear too much from her.
I think that was the whole show you didn't hear from her. That's what I was getting ready to mention. She did a great job, but you didn't hear enough from her. I think Michael Cole and Graves dominated per usual. Michael Cole, first of all, pissed me off earlier in the show when he said something, Alicia Fox. No, he said, Alexa Bliss. Like, Ronda put Alexa Bliss in an armbar. I'm like, or whatever he said. I'm like, that's Alicia Fox. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he always makes those mistakes. I don't get it. It's like this overzealous.
And this is why I was upset when they said that he's gonna be calling the Mae Young Classics.
Yeah, could you imagine all the botches?
Oh my God! I mean, he did okay with the UK. Yeah, he did okay.
Listen,
he did better.
At the end of the day, I don't want to sit there and bash anyone. He has knowledge and he's been in the industry for so long, but. You know
what's been told to me, and that's why I kind of be taking it easy on Michael Cole sometimes. It's hard to do what you do when Vince is yelling in your ear.
That's true.
Vince is in your ear. That's why I said this about the UK, because the UK, he did pretty well.
Yeah.
That's because he didn't have Vince in his ear.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm like, let me not be one of those people that want to sit there and bash him and think we know more when he's obviously been in the industry for so long.
Right.
And I couldn't do commentating, at least not right now.
I told you we should do an episode like that. Just pick out a couple of our favorite matches and be
commentators. So you know what it is? I can't call out moves like that.
That's why you're the color commentator. You compliment. I'll call out the moves, and then that's how Corey Graves and then Michael do. Right. Yeah, we do that. Well, okay. Well, that's a good idea for episode. See, I got some things up here.
Barely. So apparently, there's been talks or kind of like rumblings in regards to Neville. You guys remember Neville? Right? Possibly.
King of the Cruiserweights.
Yes, possibly, maybe on an NXT UK deal. What did Triple H say about that?
Triple H says that he doesn't know his the status of Neville with the WWE. He has to go back and check on it, which is not a good thing. It was reported last year. Well, no, not last year. This year in March that Neville moved back to the UK. He's no longer going to live in the States. His contract is frozen, which means that he can't wrestle anywhere.
Right.
And Tom is not going off his contract. So it's a limbo kind of thing. I think this would be a perfect opportunity for him to join the NXT UK.
I think it would be too. However, don't you feel like it's a step back?
No, because he's home.
But it's NXT. It's not the main roster.
I get that. But he'll be home and he'll be under control of Triple H, the person that he admires again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not in the same situation as when they put him in 205 Live. And yes, it's NXT, but you're home now. You're probably gonna get paid. You're still getting paid the same amount because it's the contract that you have.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's a win-win situation. Let them run this contract out in NXT UK.
So there was a couple of. This went a little viral. Dave Mesler was on the Wrestling Observer podcast, right? And he made comments about Peyton Royce's appearance. So I didn't even listen to it. I just listened to the tidbit. But essentially, what did he say? Like she's not as attractive. What was the situation?
She's not as attractive as she was in NXT. And he got a lot of flack for it, and I get the reason why he got his flack, but I also got what he was trying to say.
Which was?
That her new additions were not needed. And that's why she looked better in NXT than she does in the main roster. Because in NXT, she didn't have the new additions. Okay, we're grown-ups. She didn't have any implants then. And then when she got to the main roster, she had it. He feels like it slows her down. It takes away from her ability in the ring kind of situation. He just chose the wrong words.
Right.
And that's when people just got into him, from Peyton Royce, Renee Young. A lot of people got into him about it, but people started, when I listened to it, that's what I was listening to before the show, I'm like, I get what he's trying to get to, but he's just using the wrong words. Like, you don't say appearances and attractive and no.
Yeah, but like you just said, we're grown-ups. You're a grown-ass man. You should be able to know how to choose your words.
Right.
You know, and...
That's what I'm not giving...
I know, I understand you're not cutting him any slack in that sense, but you also get what he's trying to say. Like, being attractive and having implants or whatever assets that you have don't equate. You're attractive with, your looks, and I don't know. It's
weird.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just weird, and even his apology was just like whack.
It was it was kind of a douchey type.
Yeah, like now that you bring it to my attention, and no, like.
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of people find Dave Mesler to be kind of like
condescending.
Yeah, and so whatever. We're not gonna spend too much time on that. Randy Orton, there was a leaked comment from one of the old writers that basically this man used to do obscene gestures.
Yeah.
Are we actually saying exactly what the gestures are?
Would you like me to try to paint it in a PG
I mean,
picture?
I know how to speak. I have a degree in communication.
My bad. Go ahead. My bad. It's all you. My bad.
So essentially, Randy would kind of do a hazing thing with the new writers, apparently. Right. Put his hands down his pants and feel on his genitals and make writers touch his hand or shake his hand. And if they didn't, he would basically threaten them, saying, should I go to Stephanie McMahon that you don't want to shake Randy Orton's hand? Or
are you too good to shake my hand?
Yeah. And it doesn't surprise me. No. I mean, we've heard over the years how much of a person Randy Orton is.
We had this conversation last week.
Did we?
Yeah, I remember we talked about how he is in the gym with fans and stuff like that.
See, I don't want to say, but when you mentioned that, I didn't necessarily agree with that tidbit just because you're in the gym.
Yeah, no, I'm saying we discussed like how people view him. Not that we agree with the people, that how people view him already.
Yeah.
So
because that was a situation where a fan was doing the most while he was in the gym, and that was not something in the past. That was more so recent, where I feel like not to give Randy a pass, but kind of to play devil's advocate. I feel like he's grown over the years. You know what I mean? You don't hear those type of things about Randy anymore. I could be completely wrong. He could still be the same person he was when he got into the WWE. But I would hope that he's grown up, especially now that he has he's in his new wife.
Right.
Well, it's not a new wife, but you know what I mean.
With the baby and stuff.
Exactly. Like especially having a daughter, all these things kind of make you grow up. So, but that's really unfortunate. If that's me, I'm not shaking your hand. Tell Stephanie. I'll tell my lawyer. Like,
right.
Why would anybody be scared to, you know what I mean?
It's just. I guess again, they always talk about how the locker room was back then. You know what I'm saying? This is not the first story we heard about the locker rooms from back then.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But our last hot topic, G1 Supercard.
Sold out.
Yes, at MSG.
First sellout in Madison Square Garden in a while for wrestling.
Right. Not even the WWE has sold out.
They've done it one time in 6 years.
Right. So apparently Vince McMahon, what is he doing?
He's not happy about this.
Right.
So rumor has it is that he's ready to offer the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Cody Rhodes a big fat contract in January when their contracts are up to prevent them to be a part of this Supercard.
Not Marty Scurll?
I don't think he mentioned Marty because Marty they don't see Marty as the biggest.
Big, yeah.
But Marty, in my opinion,
he'll put on some matches though.
Marty's on his way in anyway, so
you've been saying that.
Yeah, I've heard rumbles.
I know we said we weren't gonna do a debate, but just
We can. Let's we could just have a discussion.
It goes back to when we had our first debate in regards to this about WWE not putting any shows at MSG, and this was a prime example. It's a prime example of you don't give your competition room, right? Had they even had the Hall of Fame at least at MSG, utilize a historical building, right? Something. There's so much history with MSG, and I don't want to hear about budget cuts and this and that and the third. When you're a $1 billion company.
They could have used that Fox money and still be good. They
could have used the greatest Royal Rumble money. They're going to Australia. I'm pretty sure they got a nice check for that. They got right. So
put me on payroll. I got stacks.
You allowed the competition to get through, and the competition struck, right? And it's only gonna get bigger.
And again, when we had this discussion about Madison Square Garden, I was playing devil's advocate. I told you I was looking for the business side. But how long have I been telling you that New Japan, those footsteps will be right behind WWE, especially with Mark Cuban backing them.
And allegedly, but
no.
It's
a known fact that Mark Cuban is back in New Japan. This is why they're on his channel.
So when you said you were thinking on a from a business standpoint, but then a business person would have to think, well, I'm not gonna let my competition get through.
They didn't see New Japan as a competition.
You should. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like as I told you, his footsteps. They didn't pay attention to it, but New Japan's been running up on them for a while.
I mean, we had this conversation. We've both been saying that. For you to say that you don't see them as competition when people are wearing someone else's another promotion shirts at your show,
you're seeing more Bullet Club shirts at WWE
more than ever. Let's not take it that far. But you see a sea of pro wrestling tees at WWE shows. For me, if I'm a CEO of a company, that's not gonna fly with me. Either I'm telling you, you gotta change your shirt, or we'll compensate you and give a free shirt. Give you a free shirt. But you're not promoting that on my show.
But the moment that you do that, then everybody's gonna catch wind of it, and then everybody's gonna wear a shirt, and then they're gonna get.
But then you
gotta find a way to plug it up.
Then everyone is not gonna do that, because at the end of the day, a lot of people still watch WWE. A lot of younger fans are WWE fans. People are still WWE fans, so that's not the whole. Everyone's not going to do that. Let's not be too drastic. But if you see a sea of people wearing non-WWE shirts, you have to do something about it.
Yeah, they don't want the bad PR too. It's kind of like how to be taking signs away and stuff like that. It comes back to bite them.
Any PR is good.
You're right, but some things they don't want to touch. They want to seem like they're giving it attention. Because like I said, they're trying to play it off like they're not competition. Oh, we're not worried about them. I'm talking for myself. When I go to WWE events, I see a lot of Bullet Club shirts at the WWE events.
I do too. Not more, but let's not say more than.
Not more than dumb, but of course, because they're buying it directly in the building, throwing it on, whatever case may be. But it's a lot. And even walking the streets, I see more shirts of Bullet Club than WWE shirts.
I do too. I do too. I won't say more, but I see a heavy presence of Bullet Club shirts in the streets.
I went to Comic-Con this weekend in D.C.
Yeah.
I had my American Nightmare shirt on. Mm-hmm. I ran into about at least 5 or 6 people that just came over and just too sweet to me with a Bullet Club
at my
shirt.
job, when I go on a break and I walk, I've seen 3 or 4 different times in the past, like this past summer, just random people wearing Bullet Club shirts. I was so surprised that I saw one person when I was at Starbucks, wearing a Finn Balor, but an OGBC shirt.
And I was about to get to that. The only shirt I saw from the WWE was AJ Styles.
Yeah.
So,
and again, and this is when we have conversations about just Vince and how you say he's. I'm not gonna say that on air, but basically, you can't be stuck in your ways as the years go by, and I don't want to say technology, but just stuff in general changes. You have to adapt with the times.
He's so used to being in control. He took out WCW. He's been running by himself for so long.
And that was the worst thing that they could have done.
And he didn't see this coming.
Should have. You're a businessman. You're going to always have competition. But
somebody asked a question. They was like, is it Ring of Honor that's a threat to WWE? I was like, no. Ring of Honor have a long way to go, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. It's New Japan that's figuring it out and working with Mark Cuban. and that's gonna make this happen.
And not only are they figuring out, and I know you said Ring of Honor has
It's a partnership.
Exactly. That's the thing. So they're working in cahoots.
Right.
And doing everything that's right. They're putting on great shows, great promos. There's nothing on it that... When's the last time you used to watch New Japan or Ring of Honor and be like, oh, this show was whack?
Exactly.
But you can say that on a nightly basis with Raw, like,
I could have passed this up.
Exactly.
Your people's actually like, yo, should I watch tonight? Nah, just skip it.
Right. So, but yeah, on that note, that's our show.
Yeah.
SummerSlam is this Sunday.
SummerSlam time.
Takeover Part 4 is this Saturday. You going to any of the meet and greets? No, you too Hollywood.
It's not about Hollywood.
It's
not about being Hollywood. That's not me. Like,
it goes back to what you say. You don't want to see him come off like a super fan and be in the industry. I got you. I get it. Just put us down. You just said yeah. So basically, you putting us fans down.
No, it's not fans that put y'all down. It's just the mentality from
you
the
hear
industry
that,
I came
guys?
from.
Make sure you still listen and watch our show, even though he's putting us all down.
I'm not putting you guys
bye.
down. It's just not
all
my
right,
thing.
bye.
It's not my thing. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not.
It's all good. I'm gonna go to a couple of shows.
This is why we're a good balance. That's your thing. It's not my thing. We come
Yes.
together and make things happen.
Yes. Well,
See?
whatever.
Don't be whatever I mean.
And no, follow us on our page at the Mixed Tag Show.
Or you can follow us on our personal at Miss Jenna Baby, BAYBEE.
Or you can follow him at Azul Magic Grind. Kidding. At Blue, it's in English. At Blue Magic Grind. I got you.
You about to get people to follow the wrong person.
Imagine.
I'm about to go copyright that name right. Let me go get that name from off of Twitter right now.
At Blue Magic Grind. Don't forget to use our WWE
WWE
shop link where they're doing the whole custom tees, so you can get your own custom tees because we're gonna rock them, especially for the fall. We're gonna get some hoodies.
Yep.
I hope the smalls are gonna be able to fit me because I'm a small type.
Let me order it for you.
No, thank you for listening.
No,
Watch
let
our
me
show.
order. I got it. Let me order it. Let me put the order in with the plug.
No.
Come on.
Bye.
Why don't you want
to sweet me?
Why don't you?
All right. Nope. Nope.
Why not? What?
All right. That's our show. Thanks.
What?
Bye.
But.
Bye.
It's the Mixed Tag Show.
The Mixed Tag Show.
With Jenna and Blue.
Damn.